So when it comes to shooting portraits, focal length is a big thing to take into consideration. Not only because of your distance from the subject, but also because of how it's going to portray the subject's facial features. And some standard focal lengths for portraits are 35 millimeters, 50 millimeters, 85 millimeters, and then anything from 100 millimeters up to 200 millimeters. Of course, depending on the situation, that is going to be what focal length you would like to select, but most commonly 35 through 85 are your key choices. Now, as a point of reference, we are currently on a 35 millimeter focal length lens. This is a standard wide angle focal length for portraits, and we're going to see what the 50 millimeter and the 85 millimeter look like as well. And currently we are on the 50 millimeter lens. So you can see we are slightly more pressed in, but that's not the only thing to factor in. It has flattened the plane of field on my face. This is also the most natural looking to the human eye. So 50 millimeters is always a great choice. And the nice thing about 50 millimeter lenses is they're one of the easiest to produce. So you can get fairly high quality lenses for a pretty good budget friendly price. And finally, this lens is at 85 millimeters. Now I'm curious to see if you can see the difference between the 35, the 50, and the 85 millimeter lenses. My personal favorite is the 85. It's my most shot on portrait lens. It has exceptional image quality, and I just love the way that it makes the facial plane look. Let me know down below which of these 3 focal lengths were your favorite. Now, some other things to take into consideration when choosing a focal length is the environment that you're going to be shooting in. For example, you wouldn't want to choose an 85 millimeter if you're going to be working in close quarters. That might be more suitable for something like a 24 or a 35. Whereas if you're going to be outside, something like a 50 millimeter or an 85 millimeter could be a great option. And personally, for weddings, I like my 70 to 200 millimeter lens because it gives me a chance to zoom in pretty far without disrupting any of the goings on of the wedding.